for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Randy Macho Man Savage, or Macho Man Randy Savage here.
Ooh, yeah. Macho Man in the house. Thank you very much.
Be a Man is the name of his new CD. He's here to plug. We're going to hear something off of that new CD. I had no idea that the Macho Man did things outside the wrestling ring. I didn't know you laid down music.
That's right. As of lately here, 10 days ago, just hit the stores nationwide, getting ready to go worldwide. First CD, debut CD. Thank you very much.
What took you so long to put a CD out, Macho Man?
Oh, let's see. I've been out looking for women. No, I've been busy doing other things, other projects, and love music all my life, and I just got the opportunity with Big 3 Records to do this, and I jumped on it with all 4 feet.
Well, I haven't heard it yet. I imagine it's Baroque, maybe chamber music, Drew. What do you imagine? What do you think?
Yeah, I think Vivaldi's there, yeah.
Is this a cut?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the intro to his single.
Some hardcore rock and roll. Punk rock, punk.
I had a lot of Macho Man thoughts today, by the way.
I beg your pardon?
I always called you Randy Macho Man Savage, not Macho Man Randy Savage. But do you mind?
Either or.
Either or.
Yeah, I'm not going to, get in a tussle about it. You
That's
know what I mean?
good.
Yeah, no
That's
tiff.
good.
No
Well,
tiff
if you got a beef with me, you talk to Drew. Remember
right?
that. Always remember that.
Okay, I'll always remember. I'm going to write that down right now.
10 years spokesman for Slim Jim, by the way, which seems now. See, if you would have asked me, I would have said
2 years.
no, three and a half. I would have said 4 just on the outside. 10 years.
Which is longer than any relationship I've ever had with a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Which I don't know what that means, but
It's a little symbolic, but
yeah, that's a symbolic. The Giant Slim.
Winning 6 world heavyweight championships and many other titles. Been wrestling professionally for how long? 1975?
Yeah,
Wow.
that's when I stopped playing professional baseball right then, and I got into wrestling. Yep.
You were playing baseball?
Yep, minor league baseball. Never made the majors with the Cardinals, the Reds, and the White Sox right out of high school.
Wow.
What position you play, Macho Man?
I was a catcher, but don't say anything about that. That's not symbolic, is it, or what?
Slim Jim catcher.
Wow.
I know.
And how big? Now, where was wrestling? If you put it on a chart or a graph, it was like probably very high in the 50s and maybe early 60s, and then starting to head down
in the Freddie Blassie era.
Right.
What's
Blassie.
Right,
yeah.
there you go.
And as you entered in 1975, where would it have been?
Well, let's just say that I was bouncing around the minor leagues of baseball and then started bouncing around the minor leagues of wrestling, paying my dues. But it was all good, though.
But the wrestling industry itself just took off.
It really took off in 1984 with WrestleMania 1.
That was the first WrestleMania.
That was the first WrestleMania. That's when Vince McMahon rolled those dice, and it worked. It stopped becoming a territorial thing, and started going worldwide.
Right. It wasn't just. It was if they created a national league instead of much like this country. You know what I'm saying, Drew? Wait, that was the Civil War, 1984.
That was the Civil
The reason
War.
I'm smiling, I had a sociology class in college. It's 1970s, and I had to go do field work, and I studied this little immigrant from Germany. He was a World War I veteran, and he was like 88 years old, and he's sitting in Northampton, Massachusetts, this little apartment in the back of somebody's house, and he would sit and watch wrestling all day and yell at the TV and want me to sort of engage with it.
With a thick German accent?
Yes, and was thoroughly convinced that every single word was, categorically real, and
how
these were
dare
real
you,
people.
Drew? What do you mean?
I'm not saying.
What do you mean?
At the very least, there's theater involved, right?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say I didn't win those
No,
world
I didn't say
titles?
that. I did not say that. Nor that didn't hurt.
No. Okay.
You guys.
All right.
But I'm saying the theater piece, he completely missed him. He didn't get any theater at all.
It's still hard to convince people that it is entertainment right now. That you can say it any number of ways, from A to Z, and some people still really believe it. So those are your true core wrestling fans. But they just like watching a movie, getting lost in the movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
exactly what he was doing.
We're all getting lost in everything, if you sort of think about pornography, movies, even sports to a certain extent. Yes, your team wins and they legitimately win and they compete, but what did they win?
Yeah.
I pull for different people in pornography.
Yeah, I got a couple of fans.
Adam pulls too.
I'm a Ron Jeremy fan. I've done a lot of pulling to Peter North. I'm a big fan. So, you know what I want to ask you, and I can't remember if it was you, and I was trying to think of who it was. Who was that wrestler like 10 years ago whacked John Stossel in the side of the head?
That was Dr. Death, David Schultz.
Dr. Death.
Dr. Death, David Schultz, right? He hit him with an open hand slap.
Yeah.
Two of them, actually.
Popped his eardrum.
Right, $400,000 lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. Big money. Yeah.
In an interview or something?
On 2020, he was saying that wrestling was, like theatrical, and that was back in the day where you would fight. And my dad was a wrestler, so I grew up with that mentality that if somebody said wrestling was not real, the fight was on, in the middle of class. You know what I mean? I was always in the principal's office or whatever, But that was the MO right there.
Well, now I saw Adam went to wrestling school in one of the mansions, and they got hurt. There's no
Well,
fool
Jimmy
around.
got hurt.
Yeah, there's no fool around.
It's tough. There's no doubt about it. It's ridiculously tough.
Well, listen. Any way you look at it, you're either upside down over the turnbuckles or you're not. Either whether it's intentional or not, you're still upside down and you're still over the turnbuckles. I'll tell you the part about wrestling they don't talk about: the BO. And I'm serious, because if you think about most of the holds and most of the things that involve wrestling, they involve First off, 300-pound plus guys, and that's a lot of flesh in about the bicep, tricep, and armpit and lat area.
And again, they're not waltzing; they've been working.
Yeah. No, they didn't just step out of the sauna or shower. I mean, these guys have worked up a lather. Some of these guys, especially you got your Middle Eastern, you got a lot of dicey breeds in there. I mean, I don't have to specifically point them out. And next thing you know, you're in the pit. And then once your head is under the guy's armpit, the guy's funk rubs off on your head. And once his funk gets into your hair, that's it. That's you.
That's funny you say that, because some wrestlers, they think they're doing you a favor by not taking a shower after their match and jumping in the car with you. It's kind of like, no, dude. Let's take that extra 30 minutes and use that soap a little bit before you get in a small area with us.
Yeah, somebody else's funk on you is really, really weird. And when we went to this wrestling camp, 300-pound hillbilly guy just covered with hair and
See, that
stink
part's not staged right there.
Yeah, not the funk part. Yeah. All right. So
Jimmy got his.
Jimmy got flipped over and knocked the wind out of him. That was good times. Hey, got to be an athlete to get in that ring, Drew. No kidding.
Totally.
You are you calling out? Now I hear you're calling out the Hulk or the Hulkster.
Absolutely.
Now why the Hulk?
Just because a situation developed where he was disrespecting me and my family over the airwaves.
Really?
Yeah. Where I come from, where most people come from. If you got a problem with somebody, you pull them to the side and just discuss whatever it is, and you can agree to disagree or whatever over adult beverage. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what I mean? Or just don't talk to him anymore or whatever. But he started this slander campaign and actually called my dad on the phone and threatened him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, why is he going after you?
Well, I have no idea. You got to ask him on that. But he just he's just kind of used to being this character Hulkamaniac. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when the character overwhelms the person, and then they lose they forget that the person, they're just playing a part.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Just like the Matrix is not the Matrix. You know what I mean?
Now this is what always happens with guys who play cops on TV. Like 1 minute you're some short fat putz, the next minute you're on the Shield and you're playing the commish or something. You're some tough guy. And then you're talking to Michael Chiklis, and they're going, "Whoa, Michael, don't hurt me, buddy." It's like, hey, it's a short, fat guy. He's not actually a tough Chicago cop. You understand?
Abuse of power,
yes,
man,
I think celebrities get into this all the time. You play tough guy enough in a movie, eventually you'll just walk around like you're that way, right?
I guess. Yeah, you're right.
All right. But, Drew, you play pussy on the radio, so you don't have to worry about that.
I have that in real life.
I know.
And he walks out of here, and he's a big, tough stud.
Big puss.
Right.
No, he's a lot of man, that Drew. But uncoordinated as the day is long.
Is that right?
Yeah, doesn't move right.
He couldn't wrestle then.
No, couldn't wrestle. Not coordinated, not graceful. Not fluid. No fluidity.
Oh, come on.
No fluidity, Drew. I've seen you on the baseball diamond. What's your sport, buddy?
You're being defensive.
Football.
Yeah.
All right, it's a big man. Played 8.5-man football at the Little Lord Fauntleroy School for Albino Hemophiliacs, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 8.5-man.
But we hit.
I thought I knew a lot about everything.
No, you don't know Drew. He's like a package you don't want to unwrap. You don't want to know what's in
I'm
it.
going to take your word for that.
Please. All right, we're going to hear something off the new CD called Be a Man. We'll take a few phone calls first. Let's talk to Jesse, who's 23.
Hello.
Jesse?
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I have a doozy for you guys.
hold on a second. Let me just, I was just thinking about something when I was looking at your car walking in here, Drew. Yeah. And don't worry, we got a doozy from Jesse coming up in a second, but here's how you know Drew's a puss. Drew's one of these guys. You see, that's wrestling talk.
Right.
That's right. I'll take you down, buddy.
I'll take you down, buddy. You're going down.
Drew has a beautiful car, and he ran over a parking block. He didn't run over it, but he got his car caught up. And this happened to me today, by the way, just after I got done fixing my air dam.
I'm so angry about
Here's what's going on, Macho Man.
All right.
Cars today are lower and sleeker than they were in the past. It used to be the cars didn't really have air dams on the front. They had a bumper, and then they had a valance that just kind of went under. Nowadays, if you drive a sporty car, it'll have a little bit of an air dam, a little bit of a scoop in the front. Hangs a little lower than it used to. They've not adjusted those concrete parking blocks for this. And what holds those parking blocks in place, there's two holes with two pieces of that steel rebar on each side that they drive in, but they always leave about 3/4 of an inch of it hanging up. As your car drives over it, it sort of catches it, and then as you pull back, it grabs
pulls
it.
off your air dam.
Yeah, it's like an arrow. It's like pulling a fish hook out. It's got a barb on it, and it grabs it in the other way. Drew has a beautiful $80,000 car. Looks like someone took an M80 to the front end of it now. But I've been looking at it for the last 2 weeks and realized you haven't even got under there and effed with it, have you?
No, I have.
A man would get some duct tape out. What have you done? Why isn't that duct tape out? Why haven't you got any duct tape out?
First of all,
Afraid. Did you hear that, Macho Man? He's scared.
Secondly, my friend said, let me take a look at it.
Hit him with a chair.
I see a main event coming up.
That's
here.
right.
No holds barred in the steel cage.
That's right.
It'd be funny.
The duct tape warrior.
But you remember you said, let me look at it. So I thought,
right.
I'm going to let it be till Adam has a chance to look at it.
All right, you want me to look at it? All right, I'm going to bring my duct tape because I had to take some duct tape to my air dam yesterday and then promptly got it caught this morning on the parking block at work.
And
yes.
You have that goddamn block of cement sitting by your already too narrow driveway.
Oh, true.
Yes.
Don't blame it on
Man,
me.
did Jesse get your attention or what?
Yeah, got us fired up. All right, let's get to Jesse.
Oh,
Macho Man knows more about radio than we do. Jesse?
Yes, I'm still here.
You're 23. What's
you got
up?
a doozy, huh?
I'm 22.
Oh, 22.
Yeah, give me some credit.
Well, the screen says you're 223 years old, so I'm not sure which way. I wasn't sure to go right or left on that.
What's going on?
I was wanting to know the significance of the pearl in Cuban men inserted in the penis.
In what kind of men?
Has anybody ever heard of that before?
The pearl.
The pearl. Cuban, like, I guess guys that are born in Cuba have a pearl inserted, like urinal eye view. If you're looking down, it's probably 1 centimeter to 2 centimeters.
Where did you hear about this?
I saw it on a porn. Can I say the website?
No.
But maybe it was just a guy that the guys get these things.
It was a guy on it. It was a guy on it.
But Jesse, maybe it was just one of these guys that got these things inserted under his skin. People do that. It has nothing to do with being Cuban.
The chick said, I can tell he's a real Cuban because he's got the pearl, and the guy didn't speak a lick of English. And you can see the pearl.
I would conduct myself and assume that everything that's spoken on a porn is absolutely accurate.
Well, that's
Right.
what I was
This
calling
might be
to
a
see if
fantasy.
anybody else had heard of this.
Yeah, well, wait a second.
If it
First
was a
off,
cultural thing or something.
quiet down. Shut up. What are you doing using the metric system for? Girls can barely count the standard numbers. How do you know the metric system?
I'm an EMT student.
Ah, okay, Drew. What's that
Impressed.
stand for?
EMT?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she said EMD.
No.
Okay, so that sounds for electromagnetic tubing.
Yeah.
Maybe you can fix Drew's car.
That's
Yeah.
about it.
Okay, so the pearl is inserted where on the penis?
Like if it's a urinal eye view, if you're looking down at
All
your
right, stop
penis-
saying urinal eye view.
Well, that's the only way I can describe it. I'm not a guy.
Let's just say you're
It's
looking.
superior.
One is looking down on at their penis.
Looking
Where is
down
it?
at your penis, it's probably a centimeter down, right underneath the foreskin behind your head.
So it's just a.
Okay, it's just at the top behind the head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where,
like
that's
down
where
a
they.
couple
Just
inches.
say that. Don't need urinal eye view. Jesus Christ.
This is a buzzkill right here. I don't know.
Yeah,
so-
Jesse. A lot of guys get these sorts of things inserted. We've heard
So
lots
it's not
of
like
this
a cultural thing.
Sideways
No, not
sometimes.
that I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that doesn't fly in the ring though. That'll get taken right out.
Get pulled out.
Yeah.
Right? Just to get caught on something.
You never know. Piece of chain link, folding chair.
Yeah.
So Jesse,
Yeah.
you big gal?
No.
Hmm.
No, not really.
Let me see. What's your weight?
140, 145,
140, 145. How tall are you?
5'3".
5'3". Let me do the radio math real quick. 140, 145, 5'3". Okay, I got 5'1" and 13/16, 161. Because here's how it goes. Like when you hear that when you hear 140 pounds, you got to think 148, 150. When you hear 140, 145, now you shoot up into the 60s. That 5 counts as like 20, 25 right there. And here's how I figure out the weight of a girl. First, she's smart. I had 20 pounds right there for just being smart. Then she's a student. She's an EMT student. She wants to be an emergency medical technician. I add another 8 to 12 pounds for that. Then she's watching porn. Pow. Put on another 12 to 13 pounds there. And then she uses the metric system, not the standard system. Add another 8 to 10 pounds there.
On the Family Guy tonight, Peter had to go to a reprogramming camp for sexual harassment.
Oh, yes. Saw that. Well, I've seen everyone.
I know.
Why do you got to tell me? All right, let's take another call. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, here tonight.
Ooh, yeah. Doing it.
Charity,
Yes,
you're 19?
yes.
What's up?
Well, my best friend and my fiance are screwing around behind my back. At least I think they are.
Mm-hmm.
How
come you think that?
Yeah, what makes it behind your back, if you know what's happening?
She's in the
They
room.
haven't said anything to me about it.
Yeah.
And they act really strange around each other.
Well, of course it's behind her back, Drew. If it's her fiance and her best friend,
No,
whether
but I
she's
mean-
aware of it or not, it's all behind her back.
All right.
Jesus Christ. Charity.
Well, he's the father of my son, and
That's
I think
perfect.
I'm pregnant again, and I don't know.
That's a brilliant
if I-
plan you've set forth for yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, this charity is becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy, this name.
For you.
Yeah, for you, not for me. I got to pay taxes. All right. So what are you doing, Screwball? Why are you going out with this guy? Why are you going to marry him? Why are you pregnant a second time? What happened to you? What's wrong with you?
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, let's get to the part where why are you having kids? You're 19 years old.
Well, not using protection, I guess.
All right.
Yeah,
Hold
well,
on.
that's-
Let me get my scratch pad. What was her answer, Drew?
I think it was that she was having sex. That's why. That's how it happened.
So I should
But
check the sex box?
Yes, sex without protection.
I didn't know that.
Equals
protection.
kids. Equals
Oh, yeah.
kids,
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. Drew's got a book he can show you.
That's
Drew.
You know,
Right.
Great.
fundamentally sound is a cool thing in anything you're doing, you know.
Speaking of my book, I did the Today Show this morning. My book's
Heard
doing-
about that.
Yeah, how'd you hear about it?
Somebody told me you were on the Today Show.
My book's doing much better now. So
You know
please.
I heard about it.
I don't know how you heard about it.
There's a buzz on the street. Please, no one cares. All right, Charity.
Yes.
Maybe we can give a book away with a CD.
Yeah, give that book away with Randy CD. Come
That'd
on,
be great.
See what happens.
Charity.
Yeah.
Now, what makes you think the guy's cheating on you?
Well, it's the way that they act around each other. Like, when I'm not looking, they'll find some way to maybe hold hands, or the way that they'll brush against each other.
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, we'll figure this out right now.
Is your dad a cheater?
Did your dad cheat?
Not that I know of. My dad died a long time ago.
How old were you when he left?
He died when I was 6.
And
Yeah.
when he was around, was anything
Jealous husband
any
shot him.
problems with him?
He was very domineering.
Yeah.
All right. How did he die?
He was in a car wreck.
All right. And so you don't know if he cheated.
Right.
What about your friend, your female friend? She ever screwed around, done this with somebody else?
No.
Is that one of your
Not that I-
kids?
Do what?
Is that a lap dog or one of your kids?
That's my son.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he's
thought it
sick.
was like a Shih Tzu or something. Okay. And so you don't know if she's never cheated. What about your fiance? Has he ever cheated?
I think
not
he
on
cheated
you.
his ex-girlfriend.
He cheated on his ex-girlfriend?
With you?
Yeah.
With you?
No. Not
With
with me.
with somebody else. So he cheated on his ex-girlfriend.
Yes.
All right, that gets us a little closer to him cheating now.
Right. Because cheaters cheat.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, here's the whole thing. It's all about, it's just like the courts. It's all about priors. You want to know if a guy is, if it's his drugs or his buddy's drugs, just go find out which one has a record for drugs, and that's whose drugs it is. For 99% of the time, you got a guy who cheats. 99% of the time, he'll be cheating again if he's in his 20s.
Right, same
if
stage
he
of
gets a
life.
little bit
Yeah.
older and he gets out of it and he, has a brush with death or something like that, then maybe.
One of the ultimate ironies, if a guy cheats on someone else to be with you,
he'll cheat on you,
you're
too.
the next in line.
Right.
He's a player.
Yeah.
He's
All right.
playing.
So, here's what she needs to do. How far along are you? How pregnant are you?
Oh, like a couple of months, maybe.
All right. You give this one up for adoption.
How about that?
How about that?
Okay.
What's
What's wrong with that?
What's
Give
your
the
give the kid a
chance.
chance. What's your fiance do?
He is getting his tech welding license.
Well,
Oh, he works around metal. That's a kiss of death for guys. That is albino white trash. That is crazy trash. Because most guys who want to learn how to weld only want to learn how to weld so they can fix the frames on their choppers. Really, it's a biker thing. Welders and bikers, same dudes. All right, that's trouble, Charity. But it doesn't mean he's cheating just because he's hanging around with this girl. And by the way, if he is cheating with her, would he be holding her hand? Or shouldn't he be pretending like he doesn't know her? If he really
unless
is...
he's a colossal a-hole, which he sounds like he might be.
He could be remarkably stupid. But let's just say you got your fiance, you got your girl, you got her good friend, you're effing her good friend. Now her good friend comes around. You don't even look up when she walks in the room, right? You're overcompensating.
We get that this is your MO, Adam.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I'm reporting to your wife. I'll let her know.
Hey, honey, if you're listening, that's my move. That's what I do.
Self-confession.
That's how I do it.
That's
You
right.
hear me? All right, Charity.
I like that.
Look, give the kid away for adoption, please. Give the kid a fighting chance. And if you really think your boyfriend's cheating, you can ask him, but you can expect him to lie.
And a little birth control, please.
A little birth control.
Condoms.
That'd be nice.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
that'd be nice.
All right, let's hear the song. We got enough time?
No, we're already late.
We're a little late. But we can hear the song. No? All right.
When we come back.
We'll hear a song. We got Macho Man Randy Savage in studio tonight. Got himself a new CD out called Be a Man. We'll hear cut off it after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Macho Man Randy Savage in studio tonight. Be a Man, name of his CD. Kelly Osbourne going to come in here tomorrow night. Remember when she was in here last? I made the announcement that women don't know anything about World War II. And she begged to differ, and then went on to mention that she was studying history in class, and that they were studying World War II. And then I asked her...
who are the Axis powers?
Who were the Axis, and who were the Allies? Who were the good guys? Who were the bad guys? Didn't know the big two from either side. Wasn't sure if Britain and the United States were good, or Germany and Japan were bad. Couldn't put either of the countries together, and then announced it was an unfair question.
And didn't matter.
And it didn't matter. Yeah.
Fifth Amendment.
And that was nothing against Kelly either.
Yes, it
Kelly's
was.
a very smart girl.
No, not that smart.
No, but she's smart. But
not that smart.
But even a smart...
Not so smart.
Yeah.
Well, not a genius. I mean, look, put it this way: a smarter person wouldn't have made the proclamation that they knew about, or that they didn't even know who bought it.
That's the deal.
Oh, is that wiser?
That's wiser.
That's a wiser person.
I start out by saying I'm a dumb wrestler.
Yeah.
Right. Then everything's going up from there.
That's right. It's all gravy.
That's right.
I wish I had a voice like Randy that nobody could mistake. You know what I'm saying?
But everyone copies his voice. Everyone in my office, like, never do Slim Jim. But that's got to be nice, right?
That's the meal ticket right there, man.
Sure.
Yeah, some people do me better than I do.
I know,
But they're still doing him.
Big Tad over at Jimmy Kimmel does. Don't take it the wrong way. He's marginally better. You want Randy Macho Man Savage? You
He'll
get
give
Big
it to
Tad.
him.
You don't need Randy.
I cost too much. Right there, you go.
Yo, now what is you doing much voiceover work?
I did. Let's see, Grandpa Space Ghost with Cartoon Network, and I just did the Tarzan 2 coming out with Ralph Garrett and everybody coming. It's going to be out in 2005.
You did voices for that? You were in it?
Yeah, voice. It's a cartoon, whatever.
Yeah, voiceover work.
Yeah, doing different voiceovers, but
sweet.
So about me. I was in Spider-Man, right? Bonesaw McGraw.
Oh yeah,
That
that's
wrestling
right. That's
scene.
right. He was.
Oh yeah.
That was
some hair extensions and all that.
Yeah, that was a good gig.
Director Sam Raimi was so cool. He was fun to work for.
He's good people. Yeah. Keep that ass kissing going. You're getting number 3, right?
Am I doing good?
You're doing good.
Did I learn it? Right.
I'd like to get in Spidey 2 myself.
Right.
They had probably already done with it, right?
That could be his dad.
Are they done with Spidey too? Okay, true. Points. All right, where are we?
I don't know.
All right, let's take one call and then we'll hear a song.
Yeah.
Okay. They're probably done with Spider-Man 2 by now, aren't they?
I don't know.
All right. True. Why'd I ask you anyway? Mike,
Yeah.
you're 21?
Yeah. Want
What's
to say you guys rock.
Thanks.
And I wanted to ask the Macho Man a question.
Hey, man, what's up?
I've heard rumors that the WWE is trying to get you back for WrestleMania 20 to wrestle Hogan. You thinking about it?
Oh, that would be so cool. The only way that I would get back into wrestling if it was Hogan, because otherwise I'm not interested. You know what I mean? But if Hogan accepts the challenge, I'm there, no matter where it's at.
How about if the Honky Tonk Man called you out?
Not even.
Oh,
He's got the world's smallest hands. He couldn't break it. he's just.
Do you know the Honky Tonk Man? There's a fat guy playing the guitar. It was like Elvis.
Right.
Was a big fat guy in a jumpsuit with a duck ass. He had a great hair down. He played the guitar. I don't even know that he sung. I just love the Honky Tonk Man. And the Iron Sheik's not bad either. He's good people. Is he still around, the Iron Sheik?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They come and they go.
We've been around since
Well, I was gonna say,
1975.
why do you stay and some come and go?
I don't know what it is. I just.
Do you think you're sticking to it, you're staying focused on it, or they're not interested?
Not really, and it's kind of amazing too, because kids come up to me that are 3, 4, 5 years old, and they know the Macho Man Randy Savage. You know what I mean? And I don't want to talk about myself in the third person like Hulk Hogan does, but
but
they
too
come
late.
up. But I haven't. Yeah, it's too late. I already did it. Right? Oh man! But there's no way they're going to remember me from that. You know what I mean? So maybe whatever. I don't know what it is. Just I've been lucky.
Hey,
really lucky.
Mike.
Yeah.
You going to go to WrestleMania 20?
I'd like to, but I don't think I'm going to make it. But I do want to say the Honky Tonk Man does suck.
Yeah, okay.
I met him a while ago, and he's not as cool as the Macho Man. Definitely.
How long ago did you meet the Honky Tonk Man? Because he's been out of wrestling for 25 years.
I'm in the business. I wrestle in Arizona, and he was down here for a lame independent show, and he's still wrestling.
Oh, the Honky Tonk Man's still wrestling?
Yeah.
He'd give people the El Kabong with their guitar every once in a while, right?
I got one of those.
You got El Kabong from the Honky Tonk Man.
He used a real guitar on me. He did the old switcheroonie Hogan style.
Okay, he's a banjo.
And now, how much does the Honky Tonk Man weigh, and how old is he?
He's pushing like 60 and weighs a lot. He was drinking beer the whole show, man.
All right, God bless us. This is perfect. That's all I need to know.
And about
not
4'4". Right.
He's good people, the Honky Tonk Man.
Good people.
About 60s, about 600 pounds.
That's damning somebody with faint praise right there. He's good people.
Good people.
Right.
Yeah, when you're 450 pounds, you're people. Let's hear something. Speaking of good people, from the Macho Man, Randy Savage. We got him. We got a new CD. It's called "Be a Man." It is out in stores as we speak. And the first song is called "Be a Man." That is the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Name of the CD is called "Be a Man," and we're just talking to Randy during the song there, and he's serious about this Hulk Hogan thing. It's not wrestler talk. He's got a grind. He's got an axe to grind with the Hulkster. And let me tell you something about this, Drew. No love lost between these two warriors. I'll tell you that right now.
Not even.
Yeah.
No, one of them could get clipped.
Yeah, that's right.
I challenged him a couple of years ago for the Children's Hospital, all the proceeds, all the pay-per-view money, all the merchandising going right for the Children's Hospital, and gave him 2 weeks to accept the challenge. Otherwise, I would give $10,000 to the kids. And he came up with 1,001 reasons why not to, one being that I was trying to get a write-off before the end of the year.
How dare the Hulkster?
So I put $10,000 in the Hulk Hogan Coward Fund.
That's right. He doesn't care about kids, Drew.
Sick kids.
Yeah, he looks at them as a nuisance. Whereas the Macho Man looks at them with compassion in his eyes. The Hulkster looks at him with vengeance and venom. That's the difference between the two wrestlers. And that's the difference between Randy being here and Hulk not being here and me talking in this microphone. That's
I got your back.
distance.
I got your back.
Just as long as you got my back.
I got your back.
Now, is Hulk, is his persona good now? He was good for all those years. Then he went bad for a while, and I don't know if people were into him being bad. And then he went back to good.
Right. Let me just tell you, he's a legend in his own mind.
Is he good? Is he supposed to be good now, though?
I don't know what he is, man.
Is he wearing the weird drawn-on beard?
Yeah, right there. Well, I'm doing that too, but right.
But that's a real beard you got. His was drawn on with a brick hat.
Yeah. He's a trip. You know what I mean? He just takes his own publicity too seriously, and yeah, the best way not to disrespect the wrong person is don't disrespect anybody.
That's right.
He was on Monday Night Football, and just a shot of him right there at the Tampa Bay Buccaneer game, and everybody was yelling, "Be a man" to him.
That's right.
And accept the challenge. You know what I mean? So he kind of had to get out of there with his tail between his legs.
Has he been in it longer than you, or as long?
Actually, I've been in it longer than he has because I'm a second-generation wrestler.
You got in 75. When did he get in?
I'm not sure. Not sure.
And
He was on this show in '84.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I was swinging a hammer.
Yeah, he didn't last long.
Really?
He
He didn't like it.
No.
He didn't like talking about the weird sex and everything.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the Macho Man.
He said he was going to body slam one after another with our callers.
I'm begging him to come in.
And it didn't go well.
Is he in good shape? I mean, he looked to be in good shape. But is he injured? Does he have? It's a tough sport. It's like football. It's amazing to have a career that lasts longer than 10 or 12 years.
Well, let's just say this: that I'm not picking on anybody older than me because he's younger than me, he's taller than me, and he's heavier than me. So that's not his out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not picking on anybody that's
Right. You have a couple.
I mean, we all have our injuries.
Sure.
From bouncing off the ceiling into Dixie cups without water. You know what I mean? It's kind of like been a crazy career. It's the nature of the beast. So I'm just, begging him for one time in his pathetic lifetime to be a man.
That's right.
Kick his flat ass.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Randy wants to do an Ultimate Fighting Champ thing.
Yeah,
That's right.
he's talking about real
Yeah,
fighting.
this is not scripted. This is not Vince McMahon coming into the dressing room and telling him what to, Hulk wins. You know what I mean? Hulk does this, Hulk does that. This is not that at all. That's what he's got a problem with.
Well, what is the what is the Hulkster about? 6'7", 6'8"?
I would say he's about 6'5". He's up there.
Oh, he's up there. And what's
he's
he coming in about? 260, 270?
I'm not even sure about that. He's I know he's heavier than I am.
You know what's weird about? Then we'll get. We got to take a break. But once in a while you talk about size and how it pertains to everything, and most people get caught up in the whole size aspect. But like in heavyweight boxing, there are and there's a couple of big heavyweights that do okay, but people think this is a newer thing. There have been guys around for the last 20 years that have gone 6'7", 6'8", and been 275, 280, and solidly built guys. Never in the top 10. I mean, just recently, the sport has sort of caught up to the size of the bigger guys like Lewis and Klitschko and stuff like that. But traditionally, there's always been guys that have been 6'6", 6'7", 275 pounds, that just get knocked out by 215-pound guys that are 6'2". Yeah. It's just it doesn't all translate at a certain point. It doesn't work.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
That's right. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. Macho Man Randy Savage in studio tonight, and we'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Kelly Osbourne in here tomorrow night. Randy, the Macho Man Savage, in here tonight. I don't know how old Randy is.
50.
50 years old.
Yes.
And
it hurts to say it. Ooh.
Probably could have won a bodybuilding competition about 25 years ago.
And now.
Well,
thank you.
Well, no. What I'm saying is today's bodybuilders are so sort of, they're comic books. You know what I mean? There was a time when bodybuilders just looked like built guys that were in great shape, and you could, six-pack abs and everything. Now it's like ridiculous. I don't mean 30 years ago. You at age 50 could have won it in 1972. That's what I'm saying. That's and what's it take to stay in that kind of shape?
Just maintenance.
Maintenance.
Yep. I tell everybody that, you know what I mean? And I don't lift the heavy weights anymore. You know what I mean? That's the secret, too. As you get older, repetitions and just watching your diet.
Yeah. What do you eat? What do you eat for breakfast?
I don't do that Atkins diet at all. Just, I hate to say that, but you know what I mean? I don't believe in the zero carb thing.
Right.
Because that depletes your muscle. You know
right.
what I mean? I'm on a high protein, low fat, low calorie, but high carbohydrates early in the day, and I start tapering them down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the big spaghetti dinner and late at night.
What's the Macho Man start off with in the morning?
Oh, steak and eggs.
Steak and eggs.
That's right. Yeah.
High carb.
Egg whites. No. Egg whites.
Egg whites.
Egg
and
whites.
steaks,
Yeah, and it's the only time I eat red meat.
All right.
And then I'll have the pancakes or the waffle, for the carbs.
All right.
And then what I'll do is I'll do the pasta and chicken later on. But in between, the secret is those protein shakes.
I start off with a Frappuccino and a fag bar. It's a new bar. It's called a fag bar. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is. I'm not sure.
I'm down with the Frappuccino.
It tastes kind of like bleach. But you start off with the steak and eggs and the lumberjack stack. That
Right.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I can stick with that.
Tomorrow.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
And then lunch. What do you go for?
Like get the pasta and the chicken, or or rice. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the main thing is that every 3 hours that your body can assimilate so many grams of protein. Like for my body, it's like 40 grams of protein. So, and you want to eat little meals during the day. You know what I mean? And in between that, you want to take a shake, protein shake.
Oh, really?
Because what you're doing when you're bodybuilding, you're tearing down muscle, and you want to rebuild it with protein.
All right. So
And your carbohydrates are your energy, and sooner or later, if you go on zero carbs, you will crash and burn.
What do you eat for dinner? You eat
For dinner-
orphans. What do you eat?
Broiled fish, and I'll back off the carbs.
Back off the carbs.
Yeah, if I get a baked potato, what I'll do is I'll do like a half the baked potato or something like that. Just to get me going.
Smart.
Just so it's the carbs are your energy.
Yeah. And then some booze. Booze it up a little.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, about 14 months ago, I quit that.
Oh.
But I was doing, adult beverages. You know what I mean? That late at night.
Nothing wrong with a cocktail, Drew.
It's
You
party
heard it from
time.
the
That's
Macho
right.
Man.
Yeah. In fact, I would calculate that into my schedule. You know what I mean? Because those empty carbs late at night will eat up the protein, but you got to live too.
You got to
know
live,
what I mean?
Drew.
That's
You got to
right.
live. You got to love. Abundanza. That's I'm Italian, Drew. That's my thing.
Adam just uses alcohol to sleep. That's all. Just sleep.
I just use it. It's
just
medicinal.
sleep. Yeah,
Medicinal.
Used to keep me awake.
Can't judge.
Can't judge. Well, wait a minute. Now, what's a good what's a low carb alcohol? Beer's no good, right?
No good.
That's the light beer.
What's a
It's all
light beer?
It's all the alcohol's converted to sugar, so it's
all bad.
Yeah.
Any better than? But beer is
Beer's
worse,
worse.
right? It's
Yeah,
got a bunch
beer's
of
worse.
hops and barley and stuff in it, right?
And
Would vodka be better than vodka's better than beer? Is vodka better than red wine? Do you know what I'm saying?
For what?
Find me a good one.
In terms of
Find me a good
calories
one.
and carbs, because
Yeah,
alcohol
just
also
carbs.
is not good for muscle function.
No,
Yeah.
tears down. It turns eats up protein in your body.
Yeah.
What does?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Stuff we're talking
Now
about.
I need a drink to deal with that news. You understand?
I'll buy a round.
All right, find me a good booze to drink at night, Drew, or start giving me some pills or something. We'll work it out. All right, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Whatever you
see that,
need, dude.
Let's let's talk.
Randy seems willing to help.
I aim to
sure you
please.
go.
That's right.
Stacy,
Yeah?
you're 15.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was just wondering if you could get pregnant off of, giving a guy a hand job and then touching its pre-cum and then a couple of minutes later fingering yourself.
No, but that's low carb. It's high protein, right, Drew? I could do that.
But Stacy, you're sort of suggesting a hypothetical here.
Do you do that?
And you can imagine that
I'm
it's
also late on my period.
Yeah.
Ouch.
You could imagine that it's possible, right? You could imagine that you could get something on your hands, and your hands could then get it inside. That's of course possible. Highly unlikely, but it's possible.
Well, what if I am? How can I lose it?
You got to run really fast.
Stand on your head.
What did you do? Randy will eat it for breakfast.
Ouch, kids. You know I will.
What? It's high protein.
That's right.
What do you? What did you do? Did you do that? Did you get something on your hands and then put it up yourself?
I didn't realize it until after.
What were you doing to your?
Bogus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't buy it. Stacy,
I buy it.
Yeah?
we're calling you a liar. Randy believes you, but we're calling you a liar.
Buyer beware.
Liar, buyer, pants on fire. That's what I
It's
say.
it's not.
Yeah, who would do this?
Not
You wouldn't.
hooking up,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not hooking up. Sorry, baby.
gelling.
We don't believe you. All right, good times though. Nice try.
If you're late, get a pregnancy test. Go to Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
I like the acting.
Yeah, no, she wasn't lying. She'd say she wasn't lying,
Yeah.
but instead she was indignation,
Yeah.
gasps of indignation.
Stacey, and anyone who had this problem, go ahead and get a pregnancy test and go to Planned Parenthood if there's a problem. There is still a chance for adoption.
Let's
Things
ask
like
a
that.
question for the Macho Man here. Russell,
Yeah.
you got a question for the Macho Man?
Yes, I do.
What's up?
Okay, Macho Man. I
Hey,
know where all
Russell,
the
what's up?
I know where all the 5-year-old kids know where you're from.
Originally from Chicago, but I'm living in Treasure Island, Florida
I
right
they
now.
recognize your voice.
Oh, from Cartoon Network?
Yeah, from Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, there you go.
What do you do?
That's one of them.
He did the wrestler voice.
Well, that's a stretch.
I love
I
that.
forgot about that one. Yeah.
Love Dexter's Laboratory.
I was also wondering if you were going to do another one of those, maybe in the future.
Oh, possibly. All
You know
about
what's
the music
weird?
right
Do you
now.
have kids?
No.
When you live, kids, you start living through their entertainment and stuff. And I would give anything to be a voice in these cartoons. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It'd be so much fun.
Well, you could do that.
Do Dexter's Laboratory?
Well, something,
I'm going to
please.
pursue that.
Macho Man, what about the family? What about the kids? What about the wife?
Was married one time and got a divorce.
Weren't you married to a wrestling chick?
Yes, Miss Elizabeth, and she passed away about 4
Oh, my
months
God.
ago.
What
yes.
happened?
That's right.
Just something went down, you know what I mean? Just OD type of thing, you know what I mean? I think it was vodka and something, barbiturate type of thing. You know
How
what I
long
mean?
have you got? How long were you guys divorced before that happened?
About 10 years. We had separation and closure, and then we went our different ways, and, it was all good, as far as, saying hello and being cordial to each other. But
Was she going with the substances when you were with her?
no, not at all.
You got going
That's, and you never know if what you read is true. You know what I mean? Let me just say that. You know what I mean? That's
for
not,
sure.
It's not cool to me.
Wow.
Just, because the media, never's.
Yeah.
But
How are you doing with that? Does that freak you out? Is it
that freaked me
devastating?
out. Well, it's just anytime that just even like Mr. Perfect was a wrestler, you know what I mean, that just passed away not too long ago. Real good buddy of mine, and I did a tribute song to him on the album.
Now,
See the guy that fell?
wasn't the guy fell?
No, that was Owen Hart.
That was
That was
right.
Owen Hart. That was a tragedy.
Yeah, what
that guy
happened
was
with-
so cool. I got chill bumps on that. Boy,
What happened to Mr. Perfect?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Just 44 years old, has got 4 kids.
No.
You know what I mean? And just the coolest dude to hang around. Making the time go by and having fun and just, entertain the people over the television as a wrestling character, but at the same time was so down to earth. You know what I mean? It just, just.
Wow.
Just too much, man. You know what I mean? It just that's the way it goes.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing. Wrestling. I don't know who lives longer or shorter, like ex-football players or ex-wrestlers. Although Freddie Blassie just died recently, right? And he made it to a
96.
sort of ripe old age of. He did Pencil Neck Geek when he was 50 in 1971 or something. So he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is there? And what about that? Because, we got to go to break. But, there's this whole thing with, like, ex-football players where these guys just pack on the weight and they get unhealthy and they're 400 pounds and they keel over in their 50s.
They're trying to draw a correlation with it, with wrestling and everything, but I don't think so. I think it's an individual thing for everybody, individual choice. I think everybody's got their power of choice, and, you never know. You don't know what the big picture is.
Well, that's why you got to make hay while the sun shines. Yes, Drew?
Yes, Adam.
All right.
While the sun shines.
We're going to... what time
it
is
was
it?
nighttime.
It is night. All right, well, let's not make any hay tonight. But
No,
tomorrow,
It's daytime in Tokyo.
when the sun comes up, that's right. Those Japs are making hay.
That's right.
Making hay.
We'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Kelly Osborne will be in here tomorrow night. Randy, Macho Man Savage, as I call him. You guys know him as Macho Man Randy Savage. Drew, I know that's how you always say. He's got a CD out. Drew thought about talking for a second. Be a Man is the name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of that new CD in just a couple of few.
Awesome.
I got a question. No, I want to talk to this guy. He saw Windy City Heat. That's a movie we produced and created that's on Comedy Central last night. I think they're going to rerun it
I want to get
sparingly.
a DVD of it.
Drew went to the Windy City Heat premiere last night. Blown away, yes, Drew?
Blown away.
Amazing piece of filmmaking.
Disturbed all day. Laughing and disturbed.
Thinking
I want to
about
check
it all
that
day.
out. I
You
gotta
got to
check
see
that
that.
out. I gotta check that out.
Yeah,
You will love it.
It's truly like nothing else you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Truly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Michael,
Yeah?
you're 13?
Yeah. What's the funniest movie ever made?
Really?
Would you check it out?
You saw Windy City Heat last night?
Oh, yes.
On Comedy Central, do they let all the F and S words fly?
I think they just beeped out all the swear words, right, Michael?
Yeah, but...
That'd be every third word?
Yeah. So, were you inspired?
I was inspired by the Oklahomos.
Oh, yeah. That was the name of the movie.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, in the movie, actually, the guy who does SpongeBob, Tom Kenny, plays the gay wardrobe specialist who tries to get the main character to put
Hogan
on
could have done that.
some chaps. Yeah, it was really bad. I mean, really good bad. Right, Drew? Mm-hmm. All right. Let's
Really
one more
funny.
thing. Michael?
Yeah?
All right. So good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, your finest piece of work.
Thank you. I don't. I shouldn't get. I should get barely any credit for it. It was
Well-
not my idea.
Take it
He's like
anyway.
your bud, but he throws javelin.
Oh yeah. Well, he's watching it. Yeah. I. Oh, geez, I don't even know where to begin. I ran. I'm on the lot as myself. Where they're filming Windy City Heat, and I'm dressed as a gladiator, and I full chest plate and helmet with the bristle brush on top of it and everything, and I have a huge dog that I'm dragging around, and they want to know what I'm doing on there, and I tell them we're doing a dog gladiator buddy film, and I tell them it's called Air Caligula, and it's like Air Bud, except for instead of chasing a basketball, he chases a javelin, and it's good times. It's good. You had to be there, Randy.
The point is that this guy who thinks he's starring in the film doesn't miss a beat, doesn't
believes I'm on the lot.
seem
shooting.
the slightest bit disturbed by what Adam has just described, and keeps going.
Larissa,
Yeah.
you're 16?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, me and this guy I am going out with, we started having sex, and he doesn't finish, and he doesn't know why, and I don't know why.
Is he on medication?
No.
You sure?
Mhm.
And how long does he try before he gives up?
We go for a while.
How long?
Gosh,
Pro-
like hours.
Hours. Wow.
Hours.
What's the problem?
Well, for most women, more than about 10 women, it's just ouch. For most women.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself.
Yeah.
Except for I say 2 minutes. But
Time distortion.
that's right. Now, what is time anyway? You know what I mean? What is it?
It's a human construct. What?
Oh, yes. Was there time before somebody invented a calendar and a wristwatch? I
Penis?
don't think
No.
so. And a penis?
Sundial.
Larissa, that came before the wristwatch?
Did it?
I think it
On
may
the
have.
Flintstone, they wore it on their wrist. didn't
That's
they?
right. Hey, so, Larissa,
Yeah.
let's see. Does he masturbate?
Not often.
Maybe that's he's got to get himself into some kind of training.
Yeah, how old
ritual.
is he?
He's 17.
Wow. Maybe
This
there's
is
a
a-
brain tumor.
That's
Yeah, this is disturbing or confusing to us.
Yeah, 17 and doesn't masturbate often.
yeah.
I was ahead of my time, I think.
How often do you guys have sex?
Like a couple times a week maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like unsatisfying for me, and like I don't know, it's frustrating.
Unsatisfying. This is again difference between men and women. Unsatisfying for her because he doesn't finish.
Yeah.
Really? Well, does he give you oral sex?
He does. Yes.
No, there's
but-
none of that.
There's no to it.
You don't enjoy that.
The receptivity experience doesn't get completed unless. You know.
Do you not enjoy the oral sex?
Well, I do, and he does, but I don't know.
All right, look.
I don't know. Look,
Larissa.
do you like this guy?
I do.
Okay, tell him Dr. Drew said to beat
Is
off.
he wearing a condom?
Uh-oh.
Good question.
Hold on. That was a good question. But, Drew, you're not supposed to announce
Sometimes
good
I
question after your own question. If it's pompous.
Somebody's got to do it.
That's a wrestling move. You be the pompous doctor. Does he wear a condom? Oh, good question. Thanks, me. Yeah. And then you pull out the tongue depressor and say, we're going in the back door. All right.
Does he wear a condom?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And when he doesn't wear a condom, does the performance change?
Not really.
And when did this start happening to him?
I don't know. He said it.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Oh,
look, she
Larissa.
doesn't know anything.
I don't know. Maybe. Whatever.
There's this thing, and it strikes like 1 out of every 4 teenagers, more men than women, but seems to be a fair amount of women as well, especially the ones that call this show. That's just sort of apathetic, confused, tired teenager thing where like
Helpless.
they ask you a question and so it's like it's like if they pulled their car into a mechanic and they said it's not running right, and you said well, is it overheating, and they went
No, just, I don't know.
Like, they're almost a little put off that you're even asking them more follow-up questions about a question they brought up, and then it's just all these sort of vague, I don't know. It's almost they're just running out of steam with their own question.
They're wanting to be fixed. They want you to fix them magically.
Can you be a bit more vague? Multiple choice type of situation.
That have a certain amount of emptiness and have certain kinds of characterologic issues, they expect you to come in and just fix them.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to work.
It doesn't. No,
it takes hard work.
You gotta gain some insight. You gotta initiate some change yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta take action.
I work on it all the time.
Oh yeah. The Macho Man is first. He looks in the mirror for a good long time in the morning.
He does a pose down.
Does a pose down. Pose down in the mirror.
Every morning and every night.
But then it's right to the therapist's office where he does another pose down.
That's right.
For 50 minutes. And then it's to the chiropractor where he does the pose down. And then he goes to church where he poses down for final pose down.
That's right.
All right, let's...
I resemble all those remarks.
Let's have a question for the Macho Man. Ernest?
Yeah.
You're 18.
The excitement.
Yeah. Hey, Adam and Drew, what's up?
What's happening? You have a question for the Macho Man?
Yeah, hey, Macho Man, how you doing?
Hey, man, what's up?
Yeah, my question is, are we going to see any time soon return to the ring, or are you through with wrestling forever?
If Hogan accepts the challenge, I'm there. If not, I'm all about the music.
Because you've done everything you need to do?
Right. I'm satisfied with everything, the way it went down, and just got one little personal grudge, that was started by him, and I'm counterpunching.
And are you now? You seem like you've. I'm sure you've had your share of injuries, but you're not in a wheelchair. I mean, you're moving around pretty good.
Right. No complaints. You know what I mean? When you use your body as a battering ram for all those years, it's the nature of the beast. You know what I mean? Some people get on the air and they talk about A to Z. What happened to them, but I'm not all about that. If you can, climb in the ring. Just do the deal. Entertain the people one more time. Do it the real way.
God bless you. Ernest?
Yeah.
You like wrestling?
Yeah, I like it.
Who's your second favorite wrestler?
There you go.
Besides the Macho Man.
I'm liking that.
Well, Macho Man's one of my favorites, but my top favorite is Stone Cold.
Oh, please.
He's a good dude.
He's good people.
Yeah, he's good people. He's good people. Right, there you go.
What about the Honky Tonk Man?
Yeah, he's cool, too.
Okay. Like what about the Iron Sheik?
Iron Sheik's good.
What about the British Bulldogs?
Yeah, I like the British Bulldog when he used to wrestle.
Okay. Anybody else I can feed you, or are you going to come up with a few?
No.
No, there's that new wrestler, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Macho Man, I don't know if he's seen him yet.
Yeah. Have you seen, what do you think of the new guys?
I think they're working hard. I know the trips that they're making all around the world, and I think it's all positive, man. I think they're, busting their asses. You know what I mean?
Who is the best beside you?
I'll tell you who I think the best is, and I'd say I'd narrow it down to two guys because of leadership in the dressing room and not trying to stir it up. Is the Rock,
Tonk Man,
the Rock,
okay.
and the Undertaker.
Oh, the Undertaker.
Yeah, they go in there and they shake hands with everybody, and they're it's hard enough being away from your families rather than getting off, just disturbing everybody and just, getting involved and, stirring it up. So.
I like about The Undertaker, I like his ghoulish henchman. The guy wears the tie, he's all white and his eyes are all bugged out and he's all chubby.
Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Yeah, he was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good people, Paul Bearer.
Good people. He is good people. Massively.
He is a guy. He's got the belly slopping over the pants. He's real doughy, and he paints himself white. I mean, it looks like he's rigor mortis is set in quite a number of years ago. He's got these bugged out eyes.
He really did. I love that guy. He really did the funeral thing.
Oh yeah,
yeah, he really did. Most people are playing a part or whatever, but he was really the deal. Quadruple chin.
What about Jake the Snake?
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
he's all right. You know what I mean? He had his run, and just.
Yeah, he seemed like he would have smelled. Smelly guy, Jake the Snake. And I'm trying to think.
The snake bit me one time.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah, and it was supposed to be devenomized, and 5 days later, my arm swelled up.
I was going to say,
unbelievable.
human bites are horrible.
Oh, my God. Yeah, there was a snake bite.
Oh, not him.
King
the
Cobra.
Snake bit him.
King Cobra.
Jake the Snake had a snake.
You're right, and it bit me. And I actually knew it was going to happen. I got tied up in the ropes, and, it was part of the script, and then it was supposed to be devenomized and everything, and my arm just blew up twice its size, and, man, I got scared. I ran into the hospital, and I, told them the deal, antibiotics and everything, but the wind-up of the story is 12 days later, the snake died.
Wow.
It really did, man. It's like
he got some of that
Randy's essence.
That's right. So watch it.
Well, wait a second. I thought Jake the Snake had a python that he wore around his neck.
At different times, different snakes.
Different snakes.
It was a cobra they got.
Yes. Yeah. See, because his name wasn't Jake the specific snake.
No,
his
that's
name
right.
was Jake the Snake.
Yeah,
Could have been
That's
any
right.
snake.
There you go.
Yeah.
Any reptile that fell into the snake nomenclature would work for Jake the Snake,
Sure,
right?
of course.
So he had a cobra?
Yep.
Oh, that's bad times.
I know it.
Cobras are scary.
And what were you thinking? And what was going through your head when you read? You figure I'm gonna get bitten by the snake.
Well, Vince had that silver tongue talking to me about it. I'm questioning it. I said, okay, bring me a half a case of beer in the dressing room, right? So I can have a drink of courage before I go out there and do this deal.
How do you know where the snake's going to bite you and stuff?
They put it toward my arm, you know what I mean? And it actually bit my arm, and they wouldn't let go. They wouldn't let go. And then
yeah.
They wouldn't even show it on TV. They put a big red X over it.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm going like, what the hell?
Here's the whole thing about anything like that, which is, let's face it, anyone can be bit by a snake. A schoolgirl can be bit by a snake and handle it. She doesn't know she's going to be bit by the snake. It's the part, anyone can get hit in the nuts with a fastball, but who's going to stand there with their hands on their hips while the pitcher winds up to hit him in the nuts with a fastball?
You feel my pain, don't you?
Yes.
Right, I'm telling you.
I'm thinking about the red cross over the snake's mouth as it bit Randy, probably to satisfy the animal rights activists, not to censor anything anybody else might see.
The people that are watching wrestling want to see
the human rights.
An alligator take his arm off.
The animal won.
Wow,
it's interesting.
Oh man, a cobra strike! I would just go nuts. I couldn't believe it. Wow, that's huevos.
Right. Wrestling Andre the Giant was like that. He either liked you or didn't like you. And
oh, really?
He didn't like me. You know what I mean? And knowing I had to wrestle him.
Now, how do you? He just didn't like you. Why?
If he didn't like you, he didn't like you to the grave.
Right.
That's just the way Andre was.
There are a handful of guys who just sort of. There's a certain amount of guys in their life that they like. There's a certain amount of guys that they don't like. And it's a little bit of a spin of the cosmic wheel as to who they're going to like and who they're not going to like.
Flawed,
and once they think that way, though, that's it, because then they would be wrong if they found out you were nice.
No compromise right there, yeah.
So he didn't like you for one reason or another.
Oh, man, it was just like, it wasn't like I got beat up on my house. I had to travel all the way around the world to get beat up. You know what I mean? It's just like travel to get beat up.
Now, he was, he must have been 550 pounds.
He was exactly 7'5", 550 pounds, right?
Oh, he just drop on you?
Oh, man, he was just like, he could beat up 7 of me, you know what I mean? He was just like crazy strong.
Really?
Just unbelievable.
Really?
They have pictures of him, walking people out of bars with a smile on his face. He just has hands like catcher's mitts and stuff.
Would he work out a lot to build the strength?
No, not at all. He was a giant.
I know, I understand, but he didn't have to.
No, he didn't have to do anything like that.
God.
He didn't have to. In fact, they put him in the Washington Redskins for a tryout. You know what I mean? And nobody could do nothing with him. Nobody could do nothing, but he didn't play. Imagine that. You know what I mean? But he was just like
the line.
He's just standing there. Yeah, he probably wasn't horribly mobile.
He was incredible. Man.
I saw the whole story on him. But it's always great when they tell you how much he eats, and he liked
drink.
He liked the booze too.
Yeah. Man.
So he drank.
He reminds me of Fletch from Pennywise.
Yeah, except for another 150 pounds and another foot.
But not another 300 pounds. You know what I mean? Fletcher is the same.
No, but Fletch from Pennywise is 285, 300 pounds. This guy's got another 250 pounds on him. He's coming in at 550.
Wow.
A guy who's 6'7", 6'8", and 325 pounds is a mountain.
Yeah.
A guy who's 550 and 7'5", that's off the.
And this guy in his day could move too.
Really?
Yeah. So that's crazy. Hogan was smart. He'd buy him 6 bottles of wine before his matches. He told me to do the same. I said, no, I'm not gonna give him 6 bottles of wine, and then he goes and beats me up anyway. You know what I mean? So like no difference. I'm out 6 bottles of wine.
And he would, he would drink. They would say he'd go out to eat like 5 chickens and 6 loaves of bread and have 7 bottles of wine.
All those stories are true too. He was just like. incredible.
Well, I mean, you look at it this way. If a guy can be 185, 100, well, let's see, how much do I weigh? 195 pounds, drink a bottle of wine with dinner and be okay with it. You know, you build your tolerance up a little. No problems, you know. So imagine if you've been drinking, you like the booze, you're a Frenchman, for Christ's sake, and you're 550 pounds. You're drinking a case of wine. Oh, it's great. Imagine this guy getting on an airplane sitting next to you. You wouldn't think the airplane would take off. All right, but he's good people. God bless him. May he rest in peace. Let's
That's
take
true.
another
I'm
call.
still scared of him.
Yeah, no, you don't want to say anything.
I know, man. He'll set up like the Undertaker and get me.
Is the Undertaker still wrestling?
Yes, he is. Yep.
God bless the Undertaker and Paul Bear.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you
good
go.
people.
They're all good people.
All good people. All right, let's talk to
Six.
No, let's take 6. Who are we talking to here? Medea?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you're 20. What's going on?
Okay, well, I have never been able to have an orgasm with a guy, like even oral sex or anything, but I have no problems having an orgasm when I masturbate, and I wanted to know if there was something. I've tried a lot of things to have an orgasm with a guy, and nothing has worked, and I'm kind of worried that maybe I trained myself to have an orgasm, masturbating, and I won't be able to.
How do you do it by yourself?
Way.
How do you do it by yourself? What's your technique?
How do I do it by myself?
How do you do it by yourself?
How does she do it by herself? Yes, tell us how.
I'm asking, how do you do it by yourself? For those who needs to know.
Well, do you use the tub?
Vibrator?
No, hands.
You just diddle. That's good. That's a good realistic way of doing it.
Do that.
Yeah, can you incorporate that in the lovemaking act?
Yeah, I have.
Doesn't work?
No, not unless I do it.
Well, do you have an orgasm?
Yeah, if I do it.
Yeah, I know. We understand that part. I mean, can the guy be...
I want to hear it again, though.
Performing... Because Randy's close himself.
That's right.
If the guy is performing intercourse and he is inside of you and you're diddling yourself, can you have an orgasm?
Yeah.
All right. You're ahead of the game.
A lot of women can't even do that.
By the way, I count that as one of mine.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I count that.
You definitely get an assist. You get an assist.
You get an assist.
That's right.
That's right.
It all counts.
So, look, you're 20. That's ahead of the game.
That's good, Medea.
Well,
what's up?
Are there different orgasms? Are there just clitoral orgasms, and then are there
Some women claim they feel something a little different if they're able to have an orgasm during intercourse, but most women aren't able to do that.
Do you have a boyfriend?
No.
Now, you got to find a boyfriend.
Kind of work this stuff out.
You work it out. You're fine. You're 20. You're having orgasms left and right.
You're ahead of the game.
I'm free about 4 o'clock tomorrow.
That's right. Just going to get up, have some nice steak and eggs.
I'll carb up.
Speedy.
What's the matter? Medea, what do you do for a living?
I'm a receptionist.
Receptionist, all right?
Yeah.
You do any drugs?
Yeah.
Little speed, maybe?
No speed.
All right. What's your drug?
Just pot?
Pot and, benzodiazepams.
Okay, well, we certainly hear drug addiction in your
What's
voice.
the benzodiazepines do for you?
Valium-like drug.
Oh, I can get some of those. Yeah. I can get some of those. All right, Medea, good luck with your orgasm. Find a guy and dial yourself in. That's
Benzos
all.
make it difficult to have orgasm, too, and so does the pot. So
really?
That may be part of the problem.
Here's the thing. A lot of 20-year-old women don't have an orgasm anyway. So if you have an orgasm with a guy, even if you're sort of doing it manually.
Even a guy in the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even in the same state.
Well, yeah.
That counts that.
Yeah, I count that. And again, the assist thing, I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, here's what I count. It's like in hockey. You get a point. You know what I mean? If you score a goal, you get 2 points. You give an assist, you get 1 point.
Right.
You know what I mean? So every 2 assists, it's like getting a goal.
Yeah.
They stopped doing that like 15 years ago, though.
Oh, they stopped doing that? No.
We're gonna bring it back.
Yeah, we got to bring it back so I can feel good about my sexual practices. What do they do now, Anderson? No more points?
A point for an assist and a point for a goal.
Yeah.
Same point for scoring a goal?
I like that.
That's
it's
even
equal.
better.
That's better. We're down with that. We're down with that.
All right, I'm way ahead. Now I got to go get my books open and recalculate things
Feel
completely.
macho.
Macho Man, Randy
You could have a
Savage
score
is here.
5, Adam.
Yes. I feel a hat trick coming on tonight.
That's right.
He is here. Be a Man, name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of that CD after this. There, buddy. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Kelly Osbourne in here tomorrow night. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, in here tonight.
In the house.
And we're going to hear something off the new CD, Be a Man, in just 1 second. We should probably talk to Kat, who's been on hold for 109 minutes. Actually, let's not talk to her until exactly...
So close.
Well, let's get to exactly 110 minutes, all right?
We got 28 seconds.
All right.
It's foreplay. A form of foreplay.
Yeah. I just didn't think of what we would talk about for the next 20 seconds.
Nothing.
Yeah.
17, 16, 15.
Why can't we have a little quiet reflection on the radio? You know what I mean?
Let's have some right now.
Gab, 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 gab.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Let's all just go inside for a minute. Let's just focus on some of the things we need to accomplish in life.
Oh, 110.
Oh, okay. Well, screw that. Kat?
Hello?
You're 18?
19.
19. Well, you were 18 when you called 110 minutes ago, right?
Happy birthday to you.
What's up?
I was wondering actually what it means when a guy tells you he's addicted to you.
It means he likes you a lot. It means he's stalking you, in fact.
No, he's not stalking me. He said more along the lines that he was addicted to, how do I put this?
The sex?
Yeah.
Okay. Turn down the TV or whatever's going on in the background there, Kat.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. I'm not going to blame her because she's been on hold.
Now we're on hold.
Now we're on hold.
I got it.
It's a good, ironic twist of fate. All right, so, Kat, is this your boyfriend?
Not really.
Who is he?
Play toy?
Play toy.
Yeah.
Boy toy.
Where'd your dad go? He abandoned the family?
Huh?
Worse.
Where's your dad?
Family to leave the room.
Where's your dad?
He's outside.
Outside?
Yeah.
You're calling from Texas, so it's 1:30 in the morning there?
Yeah.
He's outside? What's he doing? Working on his short game?
He's in his grave?
Chipping? Yeah, what's he doing outside?
I have no idea.
Smoking crack?
What?
Looking through the window.
Yes, with his pants down. Is this your stepfather?
No, my real dad.
Your real dad. What's he do for a living?
He's disabled.
He's disabled.
He takes Vicodin all the time.
What happened? He's hooked on Vicodin?
No. He's got real arthritis.
He's got arthritis.
That takes Vicodin.
Really bad arthritis, yeah. It runs in our family.
Oh, really? Does he take a lot of pain pills?
California, the weather messed him up.
The weather messed him up?
Yeah, we moved to Texas and it's cold here.
Oh, I see. All right. So he has arthritis and he can't work.
Right.
All right. Is he a good guy?
Yeah, real good guy.
Treats you right?
Yeah.
Is he addicted to you?
No.
Okay.
Does he have? Wait a minute, Kat. Here we go. Now, does he have rheumatoid arthritis?
Yes.
He has rheumatoid, so he has deforming arthritis.
Right.
How does he get around?
He's still walking right at the moment. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be having back surgery, but he's afraid of doctors.
He got out of his car at noon. He's still trying to get in the house, Drew. You understand?
Yeah.
He's not moving that
outside.
fast.
And he doesn't take any pain medication.
He takes pain medication.
Okay, well that's what we said in the first.
And what do you mean afraid of doctors?
He doesn't. He just wants to stop the pain medicine.
He doesn't like doctors.
Is he doing? Drew's convinced he's hooked on the pain medication.
No.
No.
No. He don't
Why
want
does
to
he
go through surgery.
So he takes the pain medication like Rush does.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, whatever. Look, don't try to talk her into saying her dad's a junkie.
Well,
Who
because
cares?
I need to break through her denial. She's really, really out there. Listen, rheumatoid arthritis causes mangling of your hands. They dislocate. They look like, something you'd see in sort of a... Yeah, look, that's osteoarthritis.
You end up looking like Randy.
He can't pick up forks and things like that.
But you get a Slim Jim contract and you're cool.
So he has that. He has that where he can't make his hands are mangled.
Pretty much, yes.
Pretty much, yes.
He probably has this. He has
Okay. Well, what's the Macho Man have? Let's see those hands. Let's see those hands.
Yeah, that's
catcher's hands.
That's osteoarthritis.
Oh yeah. We just you end up looking like No, plug your ears, Randy. But you end up looking like you're retard. I mean, your hands. The rest of you look like a genius. Your hands look like you're retarded. But the head, genius. Head looks like a genius. Hand looks like a tart. Is that what that is? Bicep looks like a muscle man.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. But you got to be looking at the mongoloid look, right? It's sort of it's nice though.
It's fashionably acceptable at this point.
No, it works. It works on you.
Thank you.
All right. So, Kat.
Yes.
So, all right. So, what's your question then? This guy worships you, but he's not your boyfriend.
My dad must have been an alcoholic growing up. Must have been.
He's not my boyfriend. He's kind of like a boy toy, and he's telling me he's addicted to me.
All right. You big gal? I'm getting big gal.
No.
No?
No.
What are you coming in at?
I weigh about 135.
135?
Mm-hmm.
You're 4'1"?
5'11 and a half.
Wow. That's nice. Maybe Dad is outside the window. All right. So what? He's addicted to you. What's the deal? What's the question?
I've never had a guy told me he was addicted to me before.
Yeah, well, you're 18. There's going to be a lot of stuff that happens to you that hasn't happened to you before.
Did you try to tell him you didn't want to have sex anymore?
Oh, no.
All right, so just date the guy. Why are you bothering us?
Because I wasn't exactly sure how to take a guy telling me he's addicted to me. I'm not a pain medication, I'm not a drug, and I'm not a cigarette. How can you become addicted to a person?
There's something going on. Yeah, Kat, you got something going on with you. Here's all I'm saying, Kat. You can tell us whatever you want to tell us over the radio. All we do is sit around and listen. All we do is listen our whole lives. Like a mechanic listening to an engine, tell you got a spun bearing, can tell you you've lost some oil pressure, can tell you need a ring job. He knows. I said ring, not rim. He knows what's going on. He knows what's going on with that engine. And you could tell him, oh, no, it's running fine, it's brand new, everything's great. But he can just tell you by listening something's up. We're listening to you, Kat, and we know something's up. And we can spend another 10 minutes trying to get to it, or we can just cut our losses.
Or you can just tell us what's going on. We know it's in relation to men. We know your dad may be an addict. I wonder if he was an alcoholic when you were growing up. That kind of thing would sort of explain what we're hearing.
No, see, my mom was a drug addict.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Thank you. All right, we got it. Thank you.
And your mom's out of the picture.
My mom's out of the country.
Out of the country and a drug addict.
One of the rule of thumbs.
All right.
One of the rule of thumbs we have.
That's coming together.
Well, there's more. One of the rule of thumbs we have in our program is we've never seen a woman addict who wasn't married to an addict. He comes in for treatment. If a woman is severe enough that she needs treatment, husband's addicted to.
Okay, but there are plenty of husbands that are addicted where the woman isn't.
Correct.
But if the woman's addicted, chances are the husband is too. But he got out of this one. I think. What's your mom doing in Canada?
She was deported for smuggling marijuana out of Mexico.
Oh. Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. Same thing happened to my mom.
Of course.
True. Randy, your mom?
Yeah. I'm in vogue.
Doing time, right?
Thank you.
It was heroin, but it's still smuggling, still muling drugs.
High five.
We've all been there.
Right.
All right. So she's deported. She's in Canada trying to smuggle weed. Your dad's got it. You might be an addict too, Kat.
I am not.
Well, you might inherit that.
You might have that gene. Yeah.
And if I am, then why would I want to tell a guy I've had a crush on forever?
Who's that?
Macho Man.
Oh, I like it. Now it's all good. All right,
it's all good.
All right, listen, Kat.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're here's what I'm saying. There's two kinds of calls. Okay, there are the kind of calls where you're like a super tanker and you're transporting oil and you want to do all the preventative stuff so there's not trouble. Do the double hull, no spills, all that stuff. Then there's the drunk guy who already caught it on the coral, and now it's about containing the oil that's already leaking out into the sound.
Containment. Job.
So we're to contain.
Yeah.
We got to get the buoys out.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to not get pregnant.
Right.
And you need not to get strung out or hooked on anything.
Right, which she's going to.
Which she may have the capacity for because of the family. I'm just playing a hunch with the mom muling in the weed from Mexico and being detained in Canada. All right, so you need to don't get pregnant.
Don't get strung out.
Get a job, fight to keep it, get out of the house.
Yeah.
Find Jesus Christ, high protein, low carb, but don't cut out the carbs.
Low carbs late in the day.
Yeah, that's right, late in the day.
Late in the day.
Bring them down.
Taper down.
That's
taper
right.
down the carb.
High protein.
Protein
Need
shake.
protein.
You need protein.
No alcohol.
No alcohol. All right? All right.
And see me in the morning.
That's right. We're going to hear a song, another delightful, I would guess this one's more of a ballad, off of...
I do have a ballad on there, by the way.
Be a Man CD, which is the Macho Man Randy Savage's new CD. And Oh, I see. Okay. I was going to pronounce this, but this is actual capitalized letters. This is called Are You Ready? That is the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Be a Man is the name of the CD. Are you ready? A good song.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
we really
that.
enjoyed that one. Randy was telling us how they're playing at the beginning of the NFL game last week.
No, during one of the timeouts.
Oh, during one of the timeouts.
TV timeouts, you know.
Washington Redskins,
I can
Philadelphia
see that
Eagles. Yeah,
routinely being played during a football game.
yeah.
There you go.
Good music to buy beer by, and possibly punch guys. All right, we got to take a break. Macho Man Randy Savage in here tonight. Kelly Osbourne in here tomorrow night. Same guest. I don't know why we needed both of them. Same person.
Same guy, yeah.
Same girl.
Same woman, same guy.
Same guy. I mean guy. I don't mean girl. But you know what I'm saying.
I got other personalities I can come in as, too. I'm a head case.
We're going to take ourselves a little break. Have multiple orgasms, recovery times. All right.
That's me.
Oh, that's Bill. Yeah, that's no good. I thought that was a chick. All right, we got good questions, right, Drew?
Lots of them.
Maybe the best you've seen in 20 years?
20, at least. At least.
All right, all after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800. Oh, forget about that. It's too late for you guys to call. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, is here tonight. Be a Man, name of the CD. I expected, the Super Bowl Shuffle when I knew that, heard that Randy was coming out with the CD. I thought it was going to be a novelty thing. Not a novelty record.
Not at all.
Committed to the project.
Wow. Yes. That's nice.
Having fun.
It's nice for us, too, because usually when folks who aren't musicians come out with a CD, we have to sit here and go, hey, that's something. You get stuff like, there you go. There you go. Let's go to the phones. Drew, let's go to the phones. Hurry. We got to go to the phones. There you go.
It's like damning you with faint praise.
Yeah. It's like you can always tell when someone is BSing because they're not very specific. Like remember when my wife overheard you saying that Jimmy saying I took a crap in the shower that one time?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said, "Did you really take a crap in the shower?" And I said, "I don't know about that." And that's how you know I'm lying.
Can you be a bit more vague?
Doesn't mean anything. It's something, but it's nothing. It's not a signed confession, but it might as well be, right?
Passing time.
I don't know about that. All right, let's talk to Bill, who's 21. Bill?
How you doing?
You want to know if it's possible for girls to have multiple orgasm?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Real quick from the Macho Man, could I get an ooh yeah?
Ooh, maybe. Ooh, yeah.
Right on.
We deliver late.
So what's happening, Bill?
Maybe.
My question here is about, I know that guys, the average refractory period is something like 20 minutes between orgasms. And I've heard that theoretically...
That's at your age, but go ahead.
Right on. And I've heard that theoretically girls are supposed to be instantaneous or something close to that.
No, some are, some are not.
Okay, because and I was wondering if there's any sort of psychological degree to this, because my girlfriend, for example, like if I go down on her, then if I just have sex with her, she can orgasm during sex, which I know is a gift. But if I go down on her first, she pretty much can never orgasm during sex.
Right,
and usually after that, there's usually an hour before she's
you
really...
set the table.
Well, no.
Why not?
She orgasms with oral sex, and that's it. She's done.
Oh, if you go down on her first, she has an orgasm.
Many women have a refractory period just like men.
Yeah, so she has an orgasm when you go down on her.
Yeah, she has an orgasm, and she has an orgasm during sex if I don't get
yeah,
Bill, women
you're breaking my heart.
Yeah,
Get lost, kid.
Women are a spectrum. Men are one
cares?
thing. Women are a spectrum from almost instantaneous, repeated orgasms to refractoriness, just like men.
Yeah,
And
women are a rainbow.
You took the words right out of my mouth right there.
Randy was going to say that.
I was just going to say that.
Women are Skittles, and we're Milk Duds.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing.
Emphasis on the duds.
On the dud part. And the milk, too. I think you could hit milk as well. But they come in many different sizes and colors.
Yeah, I think Skittles is too uniform.
Isn't it a wonderful thing?
Yeah.
How about gummy bears? Too uniform again?
Yeah. I mean, it
like
needs to be like, we got to think of something now.
Rolos?
Oh, they're all the same. See?
I know, that's a dude thing.
Yeah,
Rolos?
We're Rolos, yes.
Yeah. I like a milk dud. Oh, yeah. Where are those milk duds?
I love those.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going to pick the call?
Yeah.
1.
I want to go, I want to go to a movie theater and eat.
So
you know
close.
what I mean?
Well, now they have, like, real food.
I know. Let me say this. Drew was just...
Adam's tired of the call, so it's time for Adam to talk.
You almost
here we
did
go.
it. That's right. Here we go.
almost took a call, but then I heard my own voice, and I got some wood. Now I have to finish. But, I mean, Drew was just telling me during the break that going down to Pac-Bell Stadium over there in San Francisco is amazing because they actually serve real food. And now they serve food everywhere. Like if you go to high school, you can get McDonald's at some high school. You can get some Carl's Jr. or something. If you go to the stadium, you could get some Pizza Hut or Carl's Jr. or whatever. Okay, not the greatest food, but at least it's food you know of. You know what you want, you order it. All this stuff. And at the movie theaters too now you can get decent stuff. How did we make it through our entire lives where somebody said at school, at the ballpark, at the amusement park, in the movie theater, get crap.
You get S.
You get super expensive generic crap. You get hot dogs that are sort of white looking that have been boiled on generic buns with crappy accoutrements. In the movie theater, well, if you got $8, you can get some Skittles or something like that. But the popcorn's going to be crappy. You go to the ballpark, you get nothing. How did we make it 35, 50 years of this? You know what I mean? Who decided it now? Why? What it took so long to get the goddamn Carl's Jr. over at the ballpark?
They raised the bar on us.
I know.
You have to adapt to change.
I'm ready to adapt. I was ready to adapt when I was 10. That's my problem. I'm glad there's decent food now, but, I mean, what's up? What took so long?
I have no idea.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Somebody decided, well, you want to go to a ball game and you want to sit there for 4 hours and just eat a bunch of horrible crap that you would never eat on the outside? It's as if you're in prison. You can't pack your own crap.
Same thing with school.
Just be glad we're all having multiple orgasms.
Yeah, 20 minutes. That's how long it takes.
That's your factor?
My school food was as if they were trying to punish convicts. Yeah. That's what you would do. Just horrible food that is a sort of cancer-causing crap. Drew, you ate it. You had decent food at your school, though.
Oh, no.
No? Good. Macho Man?
Misery loves company.
What'd you eat? You grew up eating nails and broken glass.
Exactly.
And dinosaur.
That's it. Drink it on down. Take a shot.
Steve, what's going on?
Slim Jims.
That's it. We'll start with a Slim Jim.
Steve.
Slim Jim. Swizzle stick.
What's up?
On the dinosaur wee-wee.
That X factor's in there.
The dinosaurs have wee-wee. Right?
Yet to be determined.
Absolutely.
But not wee-wee.
Well, hold on a second. Let me say this. You ever see a horse take a leak, and it's like, wow.
Like a racehorse.
Yeah, that's a lot of urine coming out of there all at once. I mean, you'd fill up a 5-gallon bucket in about 30 seconds. Imagine a T-Rex taking a leak.
Oh, that's a big good time.
I mean, they never show it on any of those shows or anything, but the dinosaurs had to pee, right?
That's right.
And I mean, you see a horse or cow or mule or something. That's a lot of whiz coming out of there. It's a lot of duke coming out there. Oh, what's a horse weigh? 1,300 pounds? 1,500 pounds? What's a T-Rex weigh? What's a brontosaurus weigh? Tons, multiple tons. Imagine a brontosaurus taking a leak. I mean, it had to be just like you're opening up a couple of fire hoses, right? I mean, they never show it on any of those. That's the movie I would see. Dinosaurs crapping in the wild, as it was, simulated. You know what I mean? Like, what does the duke... I mean, a horse duke is a huge pile of duke, right?
So you've seen one of Hogan's matches.
I've seen horse duke. Yeah, Hogan probably takes a pretty good-sized duke himself.
It's like a rhinoceros times 5.
All right, it's big flop, right? Yeah, but
hippo, 5 times 5.
Times 5 for the dinosaur? Times 500.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, the hippo's 2,000 pounds.
Yeah,
this
right.
dinosaur's going to be coming in at 40 tons, and that is a duke the size of a Winnebago, Drew.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Getting a visual.
Yeah. Close your eyes, everybody. They never talk about that.
Why not?
I'd like to talk about that. Yeah, I mean, you've just eaten a brontosaurus. You got to have a 2,000-pound duke there.
Yeah.
Let's get on the internet, figure out how big the brontosaurus was, Drew. How many pounds, all right? We'll get on that, and then let's calculate the duke, and then we'll do the math when we come back, right? All right.
I'm on it already.
Macho Man Randy Savage is here. I'm sure he has a laminated cheat sheet in his wallet that has all this information, but we're going to get it right off the internet. We'll be back with that calculation after this. Well, that's the show. Kelly Osbourne tomorrow night. Randy Macho Man Savage tonight. Thank you for coming in, Randy.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me. Oh, yeah.
Always a pleasure to see you. Be a Man, name of the CD. It is out. Go out and get it. It's a fine, fine effort. And Hulk, if you're listening, Randy's calling you a pussy.
Bring it on.
Wuss.
WrestleMania 20.
You
So
pansy.
until next time, there's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying, mahalo.
Ooh, maybe.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.